And welcome back to another episode of Casey Campbell's Videocast. Of course, I'm Casey Campbell from Great Lakes Post. Now, joining me is Jackson Lee, of course, one of the three recipients of the Team USA Scholarship, now in its 30th year, which has helped so many drivers get to where they are in their racing careers, whether it's NASCAR, IndyCar, or IMSA, mostly on the open wheel side. If Jackson Lee, that name sounds familiar, he is the son of NBC Sports broadcaster Kevin Lee. Jackson, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So how did you find out about this, and what's your reaction when you found out that you won?
I found out a few months ago, and I'd already been a part of the shootout the previous year for the Team USA, and I was just a nominee. I didn't actually get to go to Europe, and just that experience. We got to go to Mid-Ohio, and we made a lot of great connections and got a lot of good experience. And just being a nominee was just great for my career, and it really helped me. So being a part of the whole program this year is just a great opportunity for me. The competition over in Europe doesn't compare to the United States, so I think I'm really going to be able to learn a lot from my driving, and also get a lot of good press for this and be able to advance my career.
You are going to Europe. There's a lot of process in that already. Now with the pandemic, it's kind of even harder to travel outside of the U.S. How did you get this? And you had to contact a few people, including one of the U.S. senators, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. I want to give a big shout out to Art Wilmus with Rising Star Racing and Senator Todd Young. They both helped me out with getting my passport, and if it weren't for them, then this wouldn't be possible. Just to be able to get that in a short amount of time. So big thanks to them, but we've got everything figured out right now, so we should be set to go when I leave next week.
Now, of course, when you get there, you do have to do a 2-week quarantine, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Correct. The first race is October 10th, so I'll be going up there early to get that out of the way.
Okay. So just talk about, I know you've been around racing all your life. Because of your dad and what he does. In the last few years, I know you've been doing some F1600 stuff with I think if I'm correct, with Rice Race Prep. What has that been like for you to race in those kinds of cars?
Well, Greg Rice and Rice Race, all the guys there have made this a great experience, being able to transition into the new cars and being able to learn as much as I can as quickly as possible. They've all done a great job with making that transition as smooth as possible. And the F1600 cars are great for learning. It's a low downforce car and a low horsepower car, so being able to control how the car rotates and being able to control the car and learning that is very important. So that's why I decided to go with F1600, because once I'm able to learn that, I feel like it'll be easier to control a downforce car when I move up into the next levels. So again, thanks to Rice Race for making that transition as smooth as possible.
Now, you also play baseball as well. Are you still doing that, and how's that been going?
Correct. I play for a rec baseball team. It's more just for fun, but it's been going well. I enjoy it. I'm not really too serious in the baseball anymore, but it keeps me busy.
Yeah. So are you excited to go to Europe all by yourself? Are you kind of nervous in that fact that you won't have any family members with you and all that?
I think it'll definitely be something to get used to, but I'm more excited than nervous. I think the opportunity is it's a once in a lifetime chance, and I'm excited to get started. And I can't thank Jeremy Shaw and everyone involved with Team USA enough for this opportunity.
Of course, Jeremy Shaw has been the patriarch of this, and now in its 30th year has helped so many drivers get to where they go, wherever it is, whether it's an IndyCar, whether it's an IMSA, NASCAR, where you want to go. And it's likely that a lot of the drivers came through that program. But so what have you been doing? And I know sponsorship has always been a challenge, and I know you have gotten some over the years. What's that been like to get that?
Well, I've had a couple of sponsors over the past years who have really been a great help for me. Dynamic and Indiana Coating Specialists, they've been a big help this year. And I can't thank Mike Land and everyone involved with that enough. As I mentioned earlier, Art Wilmus and Rising Star Racing, Caldwell Realty and Caldwell Subways. I can't thank Don and Jennifer Caldwell from them enough. And then There's been a lot of people over the course of my career who's really helped me out, and there are too many to thank, but they've been a big part of this. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to get the opportunities that I had to be able to even have a chance at opportunities like Team USA. So really, they're the big factor behind all this.
Are you working on current? I know that. Do you have any plans? Are you currently working on any for 2021 or something like that? Because I know you do want to get into. Is the road to Indy where you want to go next?
Yes, definitely. And I'm always working on trying to find more funding for the next level. So if anybody wants to help me out, feel free to reach out. But yes, the road to Indy is where I would like to land next year.
All right. Jackson, thank you so much, man, and congratulations. And maybe we'll do another one of these when you're in Europe.
All right, thank you.